Hello, this is KD0 bringing another i3 commentary on Infinity IO. I promise this is going to be Infinity IO instead of Fire Island this time. I got the name of the map right, and it's going to be between our Empire player spawning on the left side of the map who goes by the name of Kimi. It is not Kiwi. Big apology. Excuse me. Sorry, I burped right there. Big apology to him that I got his name confused with another Empire player on the GameReplay.org forum, Kiwi, who is also a very strong player, but we are off the point here. Against his opponent, the mighty Allies player goes by the name of Maniek, spawning on the right side of the Infinity IO. The last game, the Empire player managed to put out a very quick tech rushing to the Commando Yuriko Omega from the Empire players, and once the Yuriko was out, there was really not much that the Allies player could do at that point. He was attempting a sea rush with a hydrofoil and a assault destroyer, which by the time Yuriko came out were already at the main base of the Empire player. Was the Empire player to employ a normal tactics, he was going to face a tremendous amount of pressure from the Allies player. The Allies player did have a Apollo fighters for air dominance to ram the skies and supported Vindicator bombing as follow-up, a very solid play style. But once the Yuriko was out, effectively all the units would be taken out by just one commando. So at that point, there was really not much that the Allies player could do, and he did lose the game in a spectacular fashion. And goes by the psychology of the best of 3 game I assume both of these players will play quite standard this game, so I expect. The Allies player has opened with 2 refinery into an air base, a very standard air build for Allied players, and the Empire player has opened with 3 barracks and 2 refineries as well. But is that his MCV? Oh my god, the Empire player is trying a infantry rush this time around, so he's changing up instead of tech rush, which won him the game the last game around by the fact that the Allies player didn't scout, and now he's going to be attempting a infantry rush. The MCV, the purpose of moving the MCV to your opponent's main base, the gate of your opponent's main base, is for positioning, is to crushing of infantry. Keep in mind that the peacekeepers are very effective using their shotguns to be against any form of infantry pressure from the Allies player, and not the Allies player, from the Empire player. And now the Allies player has sold his boots camp. He doesn't have another unit production structure, so he has to rely on his MCV to prevent the infantry from coming too close to destroy this Maniek turret, which is the pinch point of his defense of his main base at this point of the game. Once this thing is down, all the deadly tank busters will be able to make their way inside the Allies player's main base and destroy vital structures, but the MCV of the Empire player was not doing his job. My god, the MCV of the Allies player has made his way inside of the infantry line and has crushed most of the infantry from the Empire player. And now with most of its forces taken out, I don't know if Empire player can still continue on with his infantry, especially with the fact that now the Allies player does have 3 Vindicators out, so he can take out basically all the structures as he likes. There's really no form of anti-air the Empire player is now able to put up right now, other than the Defender VX, which is not forthcoming. So I will expect, since his MCV is undeployed in the vehicle form and try to crush the infantry force of the Allies players, now desperately trying to make his way to the peacekeeper forces right here. But the micro of the Allies players is phenomenal, with both his MCV trying to crush the infantry, doing so successfully, and his Vindicators, which have now taken out both of the unit production structures of the Empire player and his infantry to avoid being crushed by the MCV from the Empire player as well. So phenomenal micro from the Allies player. And now the Empire player is going to be following this up with a base rush from an Empire player. Wow, this is something that's very unusual. You don't see that all day. But in my opinion, this is just a desperation tactic, and now with the MCV taken out by the Vindicators from the Allies player, it's going to be massive nails in the coffin for the Empire player right here. He has no unit production structures. He has no force remaining on the field, save for the 2 tank busters, which is clearly not going to be enough to take out anything of essence, honestly, of the Allies player. And his defender VX is now going to be taken out by the multi-gunner turrets of the Allies player here, and honestly, with his MCV surviving, the Allies player can just build turrets all day, and with no means of reproducing the structures and no means of producing any form of units of any nature, the Empire player is going to lose this game. Wow, beautiful defense by the Allies player there, using his MCV very effectively to crush the infantry force of the Empire player. And with most of the forces taken out, the Empire player could not continue the rush, and with the multitasking skill, phenomenal I might add, from the Allies player, he was able to keep up with the production of his air force to take out all the unit production structures of the Empire player, taking out all his hope of keeping himself in this game and falling back to any form of follow-ups. The Allies player successfully defended and has now taken the victory of the Leather War August. He is now king, so I would assume. Very, very phenomenal play from both of these players. I shall never forget the moments when I saw Yuriko Omega coming out of the dojo and torning, and I do mean torning, the air force from the sky, and the smart use of the secondary ability, which I never see. Honestly, you don't ever see the secondary ability of Rocket Angels. In fact, you barely see that units coming out in any form of pro game on the Assault Destroyer. So just keeping my confidence up with the Imperial forces, keep playing Empire, that's the right way to go. And very entertaining tactics from the Empire player, although he didn't manage to put it out this time. I wish him better luck the next time around, and big apologies for mistaking his name with Kiwi. And I think that would be all. I shall see you next time, which I assume will be next month, since I'll be quite busy for the rest of the month. And my name has been KT0, bringing you i3 commentaries. I shall see you next time. Goodbye.